to 30 Days of Qoom Day 2. Today we'll be going over how our website will look in the end. So our website obviously needs to have the website components, so we're going to have a website here, like so. And in here, our website, first of all, we're going to have a navigation bar, simplified to a nav bar. And if you don't know what a nav bar is, a quick explanation is it's this bar up here with different tappable links that will take you to different sections. For example, if I want to go to support me quickly to figure out what that's about, I can tap here and it'll take me automatically to the support me page right here. And this is very useful for people for the users who come to a website who want to quickly move to different sections, and this will also attract more clicks and less people who want to move away from your website. So this is our nav bar, and in this nav bar, in this nav bar of ours, we want to have different navigation links and navigation sections. So examples would be a section here for about us. Then we want to have also the commands that I'm using are Command D to duplicate and Control Tab to switch between tabs. Next up in the nav bar, we're going to also have a free section, so you can call whatever you want. For the time being, I'm just going to call it my info, or like my product. Then we're also going to have a support us section, a contact form, and lastly, we're going to have a footer, or a login. Let's go with the footer. And the footer we don't actually need to put a section for, so therefore I'm just going to move this over about 50% of the way and about 50% of the way. So this is our 4 sections. So before this, we're going to need to have a header, which is going to be something like this, where you can say hi, whatever you want to say your name is, and then some logo or image of your choice. And this will be another section. So this is our header / introduction. And in this section, we want to have a hi. Preferably, we're going to do all caps here. And I'll show you how to do this without actually having to type it out every single time. I'll show you how to quickly create a all caps with a I'm, and then whatever name you want to put here. So yeah, something like that. Also, these different, like this one's in a bubble, that one isn't. This is going to be a different color and different formatting, so a different color and formatting than this app developer or this name will be in. And let's move this over a bit. And then on the other side, we want to have an image. So for the time being, I'm just using an actor. And yes, that should be it. Okay, then we have the About Us section now. So About Us, And I'm just going to quickly duplicate this a few times so that we don't have to worry about time with this. Then we can duplicate this, Command D. This will be my info/product or solution or whatever you're advertising on the website. Okay, not what I meant to do. Then Command D again, and this will give us the next section which you can put as support us or support me or support you, whatever it is. And then a contact form. And lastly, at the very bottom here, we will put a footer. This footer doesn't need to be too big. I would say as big as your navigation bar or less is the general rule of thumb about this. And these sections are not going to be like this size. So, for example, for the contact form, we'll make it this big. Support us, maybe a little bit less, so about that big. My product, about this big, and about us page will be the longest, so roughly this big. These are just placeholders, so if you want to use a different name or a different size, length, width, whatever, your choice. So first, let's talk about the about us. So the about us is like where you would introduce yourself, not just your name, but like what do you do, why does this website exist, and what is the purpose of this website. So we want to have a text box with the text in here saying something like who I am. So these are going to be questions that you have to answer on your own. So who I am, what is this website for, if a product, what problem, what is your solution, and why you compared to competitors, and any other information you want to put here. So what this is essentially this is a template. So in your about us section, the kind of questions you're going to put in here to like answer or who am I, why does this website exist, if I'm giving you a product, what is the problem and what is your solution, why should the user choose you rather than a competitor of yours, so what is your secret sauce or what is your ability, and finally more information about yourself. If it's not a product, then again stick to who are you, what is the website for, and information about you. For example, for me, in my website, this is the about us, which is my goal, and it tells you a little bit about me. It tells you about why I am offering this solution of my apps compared to others, and more information about myself. Obviously, you want to keep it short and sweet so that people who stay on the website read it and they don't lose information and then just leave it alone. So you want to make it short, sweet, and engaging. And then we'll make this a different color. So we'll have font color white. Change this to white. And background color to black. Nope, that's wrong. None. Apply. And change this thing to fill black. So yes, so this would be your about us section. And then Next up, in our my info or product, this is going to be what is this website about specifically. So like over here you answered it in vague detail, like you said. For example, for me it was something like, this website gives you privacy information, and then in here I put a table of all of my different things that I needed. So let me first fix this back here to white font color and white fill. So okay, so in here I put something like product 1, product 2, hold on, that's wrong, and product 3, and I'll explain what each of these are for later in a bit here. We'll come back to that. Next up, we have the support us page, which would be something like I'll call it black. There we go. So now in this support us page, we want to put a few links or images to links, or links of images. So in support us, or in sellout, which is the same as support me for me, I put 2 clickable links. One is to my YouTube channel. The second one is for them to send a mail to an account. So support us, I would put some image here, so I'll put YT for now, and mail. And this can be whatever you want. So it can be like Twitch and I don't know. Yeah, let's just keep YT for now. It can be whatever you want to advertise here, or yeah, that's just a vague idea of a support us section. Next up, we're gonna have contact form, which all we need for this really is for them to enter their name. So name right here in the center, subject, and lastly whatever their message. So we can just say message, and then we'll put a text box here for them to type in, a white fill. Something like this that'll keep on expanding as they type. And then at the bottom here, we want to put one more of these, and this one just will say send. And this is just our send button, so that way whenever they are done filling out the information, they hit send and it'll send the message to us directly. And this will be done through Qoom servers, which is unique to Qoom, so therefore that is another reason why I support. Next, in our footer, we want to just put some copyright details, so that way people cannot just take our website. So option G. So what I did to get the symbol is option and then G, and then I would just put 2021 or until whatever your start date is. So we can just say start date until 2021, because that's our current date. And 2021, and this, and then we'll put whatever our organization is. So for me it is just a developer, or whatever your name is, so we'll just leave it blank for now. And that's the whole idea of this. And if you want, you can put your buttons again, except miniatured, so tiny buttons to different areas. So again to YT, and smaller. And yeah, so this is how our website would look. Something similar to this, where you would have a navigation bar, your introduction page, your about us, your info and product, your support us, your contact form, and your footer. You can have as many sections as you want, and yes. Before we finish, I want to talk about why I left these 3 as buttons. What these will do is we can have a quick little arrow in from each of these. Into different sections. So, for example, we could put we can put a container here, call it modal 1. What a modal is essentially another screen view or another location to put more data. So an example is would be like if I tap on any one of these, you'll see it'll open up a new view with a header, a body, and then you can tap out using this red X or just tap anywhere in the screen. And yes, so in this modal 1, we'll put modal 1 equals to product 1, and then duplicate this. Inside of our modal 1, we want to put product 1, again, this text, and then about this. So if if product 1, 2, and 3 were all part of one product, so it would be part 1 of the product, part 2 of the product, and part 3 of the product. Yeah, so about product / part 1. And this is one modal, so we'll duplicate this, we'll put it here, and we'll put it here again, and just fix these to 3. This will be going into this one. And this is how it'll look approximately. Right, so you'll have different sections into different parts, and then on each one you can put a X, so something like this. Make it red, or a nice color of your choice. Put this in the top corner, so duplicate this to every top corner, and this will be our website. This is how our website will look. Yeah, so we'll have our nav bar, our introduction, our about us page, our info, our support us, our contact form, and our footer with each modal. And we'll also have a login form somewhere, and whatever you need to add, you can add. Thank you. See you tomorrow.